been intervening at this moment, which you will be, Varen 100% would be calling for the guards to be rushing Nahar's room if she continued.
Trust me, I was going to Vulcan neck pinch you if something. If you were the only one with a weapon, it's why I asked.
No. Varen pulled his out in response.
I know. I'm just saying. But when I came in, I would have only seen your weapon. See what I mean? That's why I asked.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So, Nahar's dagger lays about 3 to 4 feet away from her on the floor. Varen sword is still in the low position, or in the down position. Though still it's actually unsheathed and in your hand at the current moment. In that same breath, Gregor kind of steps in, and I will say that at that point it kind of breaks the tension between between the duel that's kind of going on. How does everybody want to respond? And we'll start with Nahar at this point.
I'm gonna pull another dagger, throw the doctor towards both of them, and tell them to get the fuck out of my room.
Okay. With that, I'll probably say that there's not really much that anybody can do other than probably Varen catches the doctor. The dagger. You said you're gonna throw the doctor and have the dagger in your hand. Okay.
Yep. I have 4 daggers now. 3,
I know.
So.
I know. It's more or less I'm trying to think of. I don't know. My brain got caught on throw the dagger. I don't know why.
Sorry. Yeah. Throw
You're fine.
the doctor. Pull a dagger.
Yeah.
God, I was gonna roll if it hit somebody.
Yeah. No. It's I heard throw the doctor, and my brain goes throw the dagger.
Oh.
I can't get answers from a man if he's in pain or dead.
Yeah, gets hit by a random dagger after trying to break things up. Now it's the rage dies
Guys, let's
down.
calm.
Yeah, so the doctor like stumbles and falls into Varen, who I'll say that you probably are strong enough to be able to kind of maintain your balance. And Gregor, you're kind of just like standing in the background looking at this like, okay, what's going on? What do I do?
If you have half a mind, give that man to do an autopsy and then lock him fucking up until we get answers from him. You're more than welcome to do it your way, Baron.
I mean,
what have you learned?
As much as Baron or I personally think the doctor knows more than what he's telling us, it's hard to really condemn the man when we don't have any tangible proof other than he had a late night talk with
I'm not saying he killed her.
Yes, but like even locking him up, like
Permission? Can I step forward?
Yeah.
What
At
are
this
you
point,
saying?
Gregor kind of steps forward from the threshold.
What are you saying, Nahar? What have you learned?
Obviously, a chemical was used to kill her. Yes?
Potassium chloride.
Yes.
I
The
was
doctor
trying to
speaks
get
up.
answers as quickly as possible from somebody who I don't believe is giving us the full information, considering he was the last one to see her. Do I think he killed her? No. You don't kill someone like Hannah. But does he know more than I think he's willing to share? Absolutely. Whether he's covering her ass because she asked him to or paid him to, I will break every single piece of him to get those answers. So you can try it your way, and when we don't get the answers, we're going to try it my way.
If I may, what are you talking about? What do you mean,
doctor,
kill Hannah?
Doctor, at this current moment in time, as you're aware, we've had two deaths
Yes.
from injections.
Well, I never got the
Unfortunately-
chance to examine the body of Jadir, but yes, the body of Lady Hannah was killed by in a lethal injection. Yes.
I'm going to point my dagger at him and go, "You don't come back from this. You do great things here, Doctor. But you're fucking hiding something. Either he gets it out of you, or I do."
Okay.
And then I'm going to leave the room.
I'm a little shaken, but I promise you that I don't know what you're talking about. I did not kill anybody.
Did I say you killed somebody?
No,
Or have I
but
said
you
the
also
opposite this entire time?
no, but there's implication to it. I will say that what am I being accused of?
Doctor, right now, I think you're being accused of knowing more about the killings than you're letting on. To which end, yes, right now you are a person of interest in the killings. On that note, I believe we have overstayed our welcome in Lady Nahar's room. We should return back to your office right now, and we will have a discussion, a very serious discussion.
I don't know anything, unfortunately, other than the reports that I have fed you all. Nahar, please roll a truth. Roll me a understand truth.
Is this a box of doom roll?
Please roll me a understand truth, and you may use your hyper awareness as well.
Oh, shit. Well, I rolled it.
2 successes.
Use momentum.
Danger sense. I'll allow you apply danger sense to this. Your hyper awareness allows you to kind of see into like, well, essentially it's a Bene Gesserit trick that allows you to kind of know when somebody is lying. You're not a truthsayer to the Emperor or anything like the Mother Superior is, but you are still far more adept at uncovering deception than even a very trained human can be. The Doctor, as far as you could tell, believes everything he is saying. He is not deceiving you. He does not know anything. Hey, the Viking. Hey, thank you so much for the raid, man. Thank you so much. And the follow. Yeah. Hey, welcome.
Welcome in.
Good day, ladies, gentlemen, people of all ages.
So for those of you just joining us and not sure what's going on, this doctor guy doesn't know anything. But he's lying for some reason. And we're trying to figure out why. I press X to doubt.
So
Press
funny.
X to doubt. It is acknowledged that you doubt.
All right. Well, upon getting that information, I will sheath the dagger, look at the doctor, and go, "Don't you have an autopsy to do?"
Can I point of order real quick?
Sure.
Before he leaves and answers that? He said she died from lethal injection.
Yes.
That's not what he said the first time. He did not use lethal injection until we discovered that's what it was used for. He was very specific of that, correct?
Uh,
Like he was almost covering his tracks, right? Because I remember that was a big piece that he tried to play it off as it was just like, oh yeah, just potassium chloride, no biggie, whatever. And now it's lethal injection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, my suspicion meter is going
Good
on
catch.
and off, on and off, on and off with the doctor.
Before you leave, Doctor, the doors are closed, by the way. I closed them on my way in. Just a heads up. Just before you leave.
Well, he has to get through YouTube.
What changed? Now
What do you
know
mean?
she's died of a lethal injection. Before it was just potassium chloride, whatever, no biggie. Now it's full on lethal injection.
I only just completed the tox screen, which confirmed that she died of a lethal dose of potassium chloride.
And we couldn't discover that in the beginning. It seems like all of a sudden now it's lethal injection, whereas before when we didn't know...
The doctor looks very kind of confused now. I don't remember saying anything that she died of anything. I had just completed the doc screen, 3 minutes ago, before I was dragged in here.
God damn it, it was the needle, not him. Fuck.
All of you do an understand truth. No, do an understand truth.
My 2 worst stats.
It is a difficulty. I'll make it a difficulty 2, since you guys are so close to him right now.
Damn truth.
Complicated success.
Wow, Varen. Good job, buddy. How did you pull that off?
Gregor, you can roll as well. Specifically, this is almost like a perception check.
Did I
So
get
if you
an
have
extra question for my hyper awareness?
Sure. I'll actually allow you to apply it to this if you want to.
Okay.
Let me do this first because this may answer a question for you. Gregor, you don't see it. Har, I will allow you to convert. Allow you to convert the 19 to a success.
Okay.
For this particular thing, so that you actually see it.
Okay.
And Varen, you see it. There is a red mark on his neck that matches that of Jadir.
Like,
Fuck.
as in, like, bruising?
The fucking needle
as in
mark
like
on
a
his
red
neck.
arithmetic raised point, the same as the same mark that was on Jadir's neck. You found it.
Hold
I'm
up.
gonna grab him and go, where have you been? Who have you talked to? Who have you talked to today?
Are you
my
putting
lady?
him near the fire?
No.
You, my
Just
lady?
essentially grabbing him and fucking shaking him. Like, where the fuck have you been?
I have been in my office the entire time. I have only seen the guards, the countess. I just saw Eliza, but minutes ago. Christoph, you, Varen. He points back behind him. He goes and he points over to Gregor. Gregor.
Oh, hold on.
Can
Doctor.
I grab a hand mirror and show him?
Yeah, Varen was just gonna say, like, you've got a mark on your neck the same as Jadir did. But, yeah.
Like, I want to show him. Be like, look. When was the last time you were alone? These people don't die instantly.
Pause for a second. Tiger, do we know you have a face dancer now?
Tiger is not at his computer. Tiger,
Fuck.
do they know you have a face
is
dancer?
peeing.
I don't
No,
think
he
we
says
do.
no. He's not peeing. He's in the kitchen.
God damn it.
Says no.
Gotta be the face dancer now. Son of
My
a biscuit.
question would have
We don't
been, when did you see Tiger? Or Christoph?
Just now.
Tiger, the doctor's got an injection site. We think it's your face dancer.
Other than just recently, when did you see the young prince last?
That's metagaming.
Yeah, we don't
We
know
don't
that.
know that. We don't know that.
Yeah, no, that's what Varen is asking the doctor.
That's
When would-
metagaming. We
Oh,
do
yeah,
not
right.
know to suspect
No.
that.
Shit.
That's why I'm asking him, like, I'm gonna just grab my tablet and go write down every single person that you saw in the last 24 hours.
And when?
And when. Do it now.
Hours,
You're
24 hours,
dying.
24 hours. He writes down the names of everybody in this room chronologically, reverse chronologically. He then writes down Kristoff. He then writes down writes down the Countess, the guards that are in the room with the Countess, the Count, guards with the Count. Hold on, I'm trying to do this from my memory as well. Hold on.
You're fine.
He then writes down the Benetalaxu, the guards that were with the Benetalaxu as they did the operation on the Countess. And I think just before then it would have been you again, Nahar.
Yep.
Then that's 24 hours.
I'm gonna take it from him and go, how Jadir and Hannah died, can you cure it before they died? Do you have a way to stop the poison?
It's potassium chloride. The numbers don't lie, my lady. Potassium
you're
chloride, there is
Can you
no...
stop it?
No, potassium chloride is very fast acting, my lady. It acts in minutes. If I was going to be dying, I would have been dead by now.
Then what's on your neck?
I do not know. I've never seen this mark in my life. It looks as though it's a bug bite, but I don't know.
Test your blood.
I was just going to say.
Take time.
It's your time, not ours.
Doctor, I would recommend you do your bit of a self-evaluation and figure out what that mark might be, because right now you have the same mark as Jadir when he died.
What year
Yes.
is it right now? It's gonna take time to do a goddamn blood test. What fucking year is it
Yeah,
right
I was
now?
gonna say,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Do you
You
understand
think it
how
already
blood?
did?
Do you understand how blood tests work?
Not even close. But
It's
come
okay.
on, we have
Can't you
spaceships.
just like
I
do
don't
like a
know.
little taste test and yep, a little high on iron.
Feeling it spicy.
You have to be able to separate the blood from
no,
other things to know if there's
you
things
would be
in the
able
blood.
to do that.
We've
Say what?
taken over the entire
You
universe.
would be the one to do that. Too high on iron.
And we can't do a blood test with a fast response.
No,
And
that's what
wait,
Jadir was for.
in the movies, didn't the doctor just like touch him a couple of times and like,
For vitals,
yeah, you're
yeah.
good.
For
Yeah,
vitals,
you're good. Okay, never mind.
yeah. Vitals are different. I can like medics can do that. You can just kind of like touch people and kind of feel vitals and stuff like that. It's actually not as hard as you think. You just have to know what you're looking for.
You can probably have him do like basic vitals right now to see if there's like an increased heart rate or anything.
Just to make sure.
I don't know what potassium chloride does, but I mean,
Stops the
Hannah.
heart. It's part of
Hannah.
the sinus rhythm of the heart.
Hannah didn't have this mark on her neck, right?
We should check. Did we check?
I thought she did.
I thought she also did.
She was intravenous, which would have been through her arm,
Right.
armpit, or her armpit, like the whatever that shit is, the armpit,
Mm-hmm.
elbow pit, whatever.
Yeah,
that
the
is.
In your
elbow
elbow?
Thank you.
Medial cubital fossa.
All right, chill.
The arm scussy.
The
Well-
elbow pit.
So that's
But no.
intravenous.
Is there any way
You
to
guys-
counteract this, by the way? He is a doctor.
That's what I asked.
He would be dead already.
Oh.
Yeah. So again,
I'm thinking this is my brain process right now. Okay, so
I'm going to
here's what's
continue to
happening.
give it to Nahar since she's using her hyper awareness and technically hasn't asked her second question yet. I'm I'm going to continue to give it to her. He is not lying. He believes everything that he is saying.
That's the thing, though, is that that's how you're saying it. I believe you that he believes everything he's saying. I don't believe that that's what actually happened.
Oh God.
Because
Okay.
what my question is to you, Achilles, is can the voice control somebody to the point where they forget things that are happening that have happened or continue to forget important details?
I mean, it happened to Mal.
It happened to Mal, but
True.
this is not of the MO of the Bene Gesserit. And the Bene Gesserit are the only ones who have the power of the voice.
But is it the MMO of the Bean Talaxes?
Can I
No
talk
one
for
knows.
a second?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You know what? It is you. Okay. Question to the doctor.
Okay.
What
In character.
other drugs were in the autopsy of Hannah?
He hasn't done it yet.
Yeah, he did.
No.
He just said finished it.
I did the tox screen, right?
tox screen. Other drugs in the tox screen. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have a reason for this because yes, he would be dead right now if he got potassium chloride. But if he is saying right now that he is 100% not lying, what about like a mind-altering drug?
There didn't show to be anything drug
For
related
him,
other
just
than
other drugs, not specific, just other drugs. Sorry.
no, there was no other drugs present, just the elevated presence of potassium chloride, which, as I said before, is a drug that we in the medical profession often use to counteract arrhythmia in the heart. Basically slowed her heart so far down that it stopped.
Nothing else. Leave
Nothing
no
else.
stone unturned.
Nothing
High-
else that would have
high
been.
white cell count, high whatever, low
You
level.
misunderstand me. You misunderstand me. Of a tox screen, I did not find any other toxins, drugs, poisons, or anything of that sort that would have been there. I don't know to look for anything else. If it is something else, I would have to know what I'm looking for.
Fuck. Okay.
I can take a sample of my own blood and begin to kind of put it under a microscope and begin to look, but I
Can you look into those that mark on your neck as well, Doctor?
but of course, Captain.
Because I'm starting to think that maybe the injection, it's part of what's going on, but I don't know. It could be a deception. We have to think about that. Maybe whoever's targeting people is using the needles as a distraction, making it so that our doctor would find them, and we would all assume that that might be the likely cause, whereas this mark on the doctor's neck is the exact same as Jadir's, and then those are two things that are way too similar to be coincidence.
How long would it take for you to test your own blood?
I'll take multiple samples and then I guess I'll start by just imaging them under a microscope. Then maybe try to expand the tox screen to certain compounds.
Any mind-altering or mind-changing drugs?
That would have showed up in the tox screen unless it's something new or artificially created by some other means that are just unknown to medical science as it stands. Again, that's the nature of tox screens and things of that nature. We're testing for things that we know. I don't know what to look for.
Well,
basically,
I feel like we're
throwing
right
spaghetti
there
at
at a wall.
I can start this. It'll just take time.
I would recommend
much?
starting. It
Possible
doesn't
to know.
matter how much. The point is the doctor should get started because we are wasting time.
I want to know if I'm ordering food to the doctor's office right now.
That will be arranged.
Let's get started.
I'm also thinking we should just, on the off chance that this is just a dumb bug creature that we have not documented on this planet or we have not seen in a while, I'm almost half tempted to have somebody go do some research in the library. Because the marker on the doctor's neck, the marker on Jadir's neck are too similar. Hannah died from injection. Doctor, could you do a self-examination to see if you have any unknown needle marks on you, perchance?
I mean, besides the puncture wound that's in my neck that I apparently never knew about?
Other than that, yes. We should.
I can try.
Aaron, I don't control you. But he's your problem. You watch him from now on.
I will make sure that he's watched 24/7. And at the same time, I would like to have everybody in the palace do a self-check to see if they have any of these bites. Like, buddy up, check each other, see if you have a bite. Because it's
I look
just
at Baron.
too much of a coincidence not to be. What are you doing? What?
I'm looking at
Excuse
you.
me, sir, get off my lap.
I'm looking at
Varen,
you.
Varen appears to be fine.
He straddles him and stares at him deep in his eyes.
I
Elijah
wrap my
will not be
legs
happy.
around your torso and pull your neck sideways.
Oh, God.
Eliza, I bet you like this.
Oh my soul.
Oh,
It's a good thing
She's in the other room. Thank God she's not there.
You're clean. For now.
We just look left, she's peering around the corner.
Take him to do his blood test.
Yes, of course.
Priority one.
The doctor hesitantly begins making his way towards the door.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
doctor, you may go. Come on.
I'm just waiting for Nahar to jump at him and just scare him just a little bit.
The doctor enters. He's slightly covered in sweat. He looks as though he basically has seen a ghost. Goes and sits down at his desk and begins to take vials of his own blood into vacutainers. And then you see he takes out one of the the electronic microscopes that is on his desk. Takes droplets from one of the vacutainers, puts it on a slide, and begins observing.
A bit weird to just barge in, dude.
What?
For me and Eliza, we're just sitting here, and then he comes over and starts taking his own blood.
Yeah.
I mean, you two are just chilling in the room with a dead body and a tiger.
It's called a mourning.
indeed.
That's fair.
It is.
Varen would like to address
Eliza's
the both of
consoling her
you.
brother.
Holds in the tears, turns around. Yes.
Why?
Have a good night.
Ah.
Thank you very much.
My young lord, my young lady. I'm going to ask something odd of the both of you. I need you to check yourselves over for any kind of bites and or any other markings that are not normally supposed to be there. My young lord, if you wouldn't mind recounting if you've ever seen any of the marks like we've seen on Jadir's neck or the doctor's on Lady Hannah. Know if she had any bites or anything that looked like a bite recently.
Aside from looks at Gizwell.
Aside from a giant
When you say
tiger, yes.
when you say
Oh.
bites, are you meaning
Imagine a
Kazoo?
small bug bite, my lord.
like a mosquito?
What's a mosquito?
Like a quick Achilles,
An
name an
insect?
insect that
I
would
was just gonna-
small blood-sucking insect that would be on this planet. Go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Are there mosquitoes?
Do we have mosquitoes?
Kill these quick.
Sure, let's say we have mosquitoes.
What do you
Damn
mean?
it!
If you
Those little bastards
Yeah.
are still here.
We have mosquitoes.
literally
Okay.
transported fucking everywhere. You can't keep them away.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, we're on a water planet. What happens if they're
Yeah.
bigger?
Oh no.
What happens if they're
The storm
Australian
drakes are
mosquitoes?
nothing compared to the giant. It's not even mosquito anymore. It's
Giant
el mosque.
mosquitoes.
Just like a massive. You see a storm drake fleeing from a massive black cloud. It's just all mosquitoes, and it's just slowly sucking it dry, and it just dies in midair.
God.
Oh,
The swarm of el mosque.
okay. Yes, like a mosquito, my young lord.
I mean, he would begin to check himself over.
I would recommend maybe not doing that here.
Lifts up
Where-
his tunic.
You
Just
won't-
start stripping.
Yeah.
We're in the room
Okay.
of a medical professional. What better area? What do you need to? They could check the 2 spots we found it on the other 2.
I mean,
at the very least.
Ah,
Would you like to look at the back of my neck?
Eliza will start peering over at the back of her brother's neck.
Anything?
Looks clear.
Achilles, anything?
Looks clear.
What about hers?
Baron will look over.
Liza looks clear.
Eliza will move her hair
Okay.
What
so
about Varen's?
Aaron looks clear.
What about our elbows and sides?
They look clear as well.
Okay, no. Dude, what about Lady Hannah?
Lady Hannah had the injection in the elbow.
Is there a
and
bite on her body anywhere?
There looks as though there's a small arithmetic raised point on the back of her neck.
I knew it. Okay, sorry, that was out of character.
It looks like it was
Um,
very heavily covered up by her hair and her hood.
Doctor, a moment, if you would.
That's in addition to the one in the elbow, right?
Baron
Yeah,
will-
the one on the elbow, nobody would ever be able to see except for the medical examiner.
Gotcha.
This is what I'm talking about. That was on Jadir. That's on the doctor. That's on Lady Hannah. Is very different and very it's inconspicuous until you know to look for it.
Hmm.
Once you know to look for it, it's very conspicuous.
this doctor, this
Like a pimple, right? It's like you can never unsee a pimple.
hmm
It's kind of like that. Yes, doctor. Yes, Captain.
doctor. Oh, I'm an educated man.
Oh,
Move on. Move on.
It's all right. Does this bug bite look familiar to you? Or this marking on the back of Lady Hannah's neck?
Other than it looks like the similar one that was on Jadir and myself.
On your, hold on yourself.
Yes, the doctor has one on his neck as well.
Yes.
He is still
Um,
alive.
I thought you said the whatever you said killed her would have killed her fairly quickly.
That is correct. This looks as though it's probably either been there sometime before. Impossible to determine how long.
You're not going to drop dead in front of us, are you?
I am currently trying to ascertain that answer now.
Do we have
do you feel any different? Oh,
Not that
sorry.
I know of, no. Maybe a little lighter, but I've also just taken 6 vials of my own blood, so. I need a ample sample to be able to test.
So, I guess Farron will turn to address the young lord and young lady. I do believe we should just do some due diligence and make sure there's no deadly creatures within this planet that we are perhaps overlooking that might have snuck into your home. But we're not ruling out the case of these being murders and not tragic accidents.
To be so targeted.
I still do believe that we should be leaning towards this is a more of a targeted manner because it has targeted our Mentat, and now your consort. Shortly
If this was
thereafter.
a wild animal, surely more of the help would be dead by now.
Yes. But as we've determined, or at least the running theory goes, it's not an immediate death. The doctor is still very much alive. This creature might bite you without you knowing and leave some kind of lingering thing that will slowly poison you over time. I'm not saying that's the case, but so far we have 2 victims with the marks on their necks, 2 victims that also have the needle marks. So,
Doctor, are you aware?
He looks up from his studies. Yes.
When you found Jadir, do you think that he died in pain?
It doesn't look like there was a struggle in his room, but I never got a chance to do a full examination on him.
Do you think maybe Hannah gave it to herself because whatever was injected into her neck would have been a much more unpleasant death? The one in the pit being different from the one in the neck, I mean.
With respect, my lord, I do not think that I can speculate upon that. There is not enough evidence to make that kind of determination.
Varen,
my young lord.
when you, Nahar, and I watched those tapes, and she did seem like she knew before shaking his hand and walking off to his room, where she died peacefully. Maybe it's nothing.
Out of character, did we ask the doctor already if he gave her the thing? No, he did. No, he didn't. I don't know, but we don't know what they were talking
but
about.
I didn't get a chance to get an answer.
Varen, you get a message from Gregor asking to have the doctor do Jadir's autopsy. Excuse me. While he's still working on the blood samples.
Out of character, do we not agree that Jadir's already started to bloat?
Yep.
Yes,
He has,
and also keep in mind that the Lord has also ordered, or excuse me, the Count has also ordered for his body to be disposed of. That was like 2 episodes ago.
1, 2, 3, not it. For cleaning the body, that is. Okay, so
It's never really talked about, but I'm pretty sure that the bodies of like deaths are usually just incinerated, so that they can't be used against the house.
Aaron, you mentioned that via you and Nahar's efforts that our guest hasn't left his room since the surgery, yes?
that is correct, my young lord. He has not left his room since after the surgery.
Dear sister,
Yes.
would you like to make sure our guest is okay and entertained for the time being while we work on procuring his payment?
I hate you.
Even Baron would kind of
Liza's
wince.
gonna let a big sigh. I guess I shall make sure he is unaware of our situation currently. For at least for as long as possible.
Unfortunately, we still have to put on the airs of hospitality.
Ah, yes. I will have a stern talking to myself later. But, maybe not offering hospitality to all.
You know, my young lord, this would be an excellent time for you to practice your diplomatic skills. You should join your
Unfortunately,
sister.
Unfortunately, there is another matter I must attend to post haste.
What is that, my young lord?
His girlfriend just died, so
Out of character. She ain't getting any deader.
Oof, buddy.
She ain't going nowhere. She's okay. Ooh.
The matter of the killer, Captain, finding leads.
I understand that, my young lord, but your safety is also in question. Your safeties are in question, and I would prefer both stick together. That way you would have each other's back, like good, proper siblings.
Do you believe in your ability to protect both of us?
Unfortunately,
If you were close to us while we were together, do you believe in your ability to protect both of us?
if I was there in the present, yes.
Great. Then I trust you to protect my sister, while I trust this angry tiger who has lost his mother, as well as my personal bodyguard that you trained personally to protect me. And I will have Nahar with me. Is that okay?
Baron will kind of narrow his eyes a little bit and touche, my young lord. Very well. I have no rebuttal. Please promise me you will be extra careful. Take your guard with you that have been trained to defend you. Also, don't do anything reckless. For the love of your father, do not do anything to endanger yourself or anyone else. The last thing we need is to either of you fall ill and or get grievously injured, and in worst case, death. Your father's heart will probably explode out of grief. With me around, what could go wrong?
Truly
I'm
nothing.
not completely unhinged right now.
I am not in the habit of throwing my life away. Thank you for your concern, Captain.
We even have a prophecy when shit goes wrong.
yeah.
Kristoff, I would recommend you take Lady Nahar with you. Perhaps being around yourself and Kazul will help lessen some of the grief she's feeling. You console each other.
She's being paged as we speak.
Excellent. Best of luck, my lord. Best of luck, my young lord. That's a tongue twister, or maybe I'm just stupid.
Best of luck, my young lord.
I'm just stupid.
Damn.
The same to you. I'm gonna leave and call my personal guard, Nahar, and the face dancer with it to me.
Breezy and I are gonna have a conversation before you make that call. Like while you guys were in there, we were talking.
Right. Same time.
Yep.
You get
no,
the Bender. You get Bender going, she's busy!
I believe all of your guard are in the throne room right now.
Yeah, I'll just have them make my way. Just as stuff happens.
I don't have my other GMs here to move tokens around for me, so
I can move them over myself. It's okay.
So I guess we'll go to Gregor and Nahar.
Yep.
All right. Nar, what are you doing right now? Out of Carter. Are you sitting, standing, kneeling, seething?
I
Lots seething.
am currently. You saw me as people were leaving. I bent down and picked up my other knife, and I'm essentially just staring off in the distance. The distance happens to be the fucking fire, and she's just debating. She's just thinking through everything, and she's working through a lot right now. She doesn't look like she's okay, but you think that she's not maybe not crazy. I don't know. You'll have to find out.
Crazy I can work with.
I was
Fair.
crazy once.
To further help you out, Gregor, roll me a Let's
I
do.
love it when your voice trails off. Makes
Sorry, I'm thinking here. Roll
Oh.
me
As he
a
turns away
Tell me
from
more.
his mic. Yeah.
roll me an understand truth for me. Yeah, I don't see any focuses that you can use on this.
Fuck yeah.
And then add yourself and add 1 momentum to your guys' pool. I am going to allow you. Well, before you add that momentum to your pool, Har bears all the characteristics of sect of the Imperium that you have only seen in passing, known as the Bene Gesserit. And in your travels and in your, and in the myriad of people that you've talked to, encountered, done dealings with, worked with, sold to, traded from, stolen from, you've really only picked up on minor things of, that kind of identify this sect, as well as things that they kind of believe in and stuff like that. One of those things is the controlling of one's emotions, as well as somewhat suppressing them. And if you want, I will allow you to spend that momentum, and I will give you, as something that you remembered in passing, one of their mantras that they usually recite to themselves in order to help them control their emotions and bring them back into control. Or you may bank that momentum.
If that helps, he already knows I'm Bene Gesserit. I told him in out of character RP between sessions.
Fair enough.
If that helps the situation at all.
I mean, I can give
He
them
knows.
that mantra if you guys just want to bank that momentum then.
Like I told him after he told me essentially his most vulnerable fucking shit. I literally just looked at him and I went, "You got the help of Bene Gesserit if you ever want it."
Yo, this is the fear is the mind killer one, right?
Correct.
Okay. Is she
Basically, you remember that. 'cause
doing
that's a very
that?
common one. No,
It doesn't feel like it.
she is not doing that right now. She is entirely being governed by her emotions, as you have bore witness to right now.
Can you get
She
closer
is
to
not
your
in
mic,
control.
please?
Sorry,
You're breaking up a lot.
sorry.
It's like your mic is like the sound amplifier or like suppression. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is like suppressing every other word.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to eat your mic.
Please.
Let's try
Monologue.
that. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Take
Monologue
a shot
again?
while you're at it.
Yeah, is that better?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the mantra that she would typically use to try to control her emotions. She is not doing that right now. She is entirely being governed by her emotions. And more so than that, you have already witnessed the extent of how far she can go. She hasn't yet crossed over the line yet, but there's no telling how far she may take this.
Nahar,
Mm.
I can't pretend to know what's going on inside your head right now. I know the pain, the anger, but you can't let it consume you. Not like this. You don't have to be in control of everything. But you can't let this break you either. Hannah wouldn't want that. You're
How
stronger
do you know
than
what
that.
Hannah wanted?
I know she doesn't want this. Is it not true? You must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
Mm. Do not pretend to know what Hannah wanted, for no one knew her better than me. Maybe the young lord. I understand where you're going with this. I will control myself when I need controlling. Did you have anything else?
I'm here.
I'm aware you are familiar with loss.
I am. To feel that void, like the world has been pulled out from under you. You can't lose yourself to this grief, though.
He's gonna give you this, like, cryptic fucking smile that, like, tells you she's in control of when she wants to be in control, but she's choosing not to right now. She's choosing to let herself feel this shit, alright? She's gonna look at you, smile, pull out her dagger, give it a twirl, and then look at you and go, I've faced death before. You know what my favorite pastime is to reprieve that?
I don't. I stare at her.
The death of others is wonderful to relish in. I don't wish death upon the doctor, no matter how idiotic he seems at this moment in time. I don't even wish death upon you.
I would hope not.
But I will do what needs to be done. It is my duty to protect what I am faithful to. Are you going to stand in the way? Or are you going to stand with me?
Have I done anything to show that I was going to stand in the way?
Besides physically standing in my way earlier?
Hold up, when was that?
When you stepped between us.
The doctor and Varen.
I'm aware.
Okay. Got it. Only to find out what was happening. Varen had a weapon, you did not.
You got lucky.
I see.
When we need somebody interrogated, I have a feeling you know what I'm capable of, yes? In multiple different aspects?
God, I'm so creeped out right now.
You fucking should be. If you could, I need you to understand. You're happy you can't see my face. I'm acting out what she's doing right now. You should be thankful you don't know what my fucking face looks like. It's creepy as shit, my dude.
Eliza, roll me at understand truth.
Are you fucking spying again?
No. This is something else is happening. The world keeps going even though the camera may be focused on you.
I know.
Oh, I'm scared.
Eliza, you don't notice this, but Varen, you notice as the doctor gets up, walks over towards the drug cabinet. Well, you don't know that it's a drug cabinet, but walks over to a cabinet and begins to fill a syringe with something.
Oh god.
And then
Did you say I noticed that or I
proceeds-
don't notice that? I'm
you
sorry.
do not. Varen does.
Okay.
And then proceeds to walk back over towards his desk.
I'm gonna put a pin in that. I don't know if Breezy and
If you want it to get worse, Breezy, are we gonna pause real quick? Because I can say something else.
just be glad the door's still open behind you. And
No,
it
it's
hasn't
not. That
well,
bitch
it
is
hasn't
closed.
been
It's not
locked.
No need to lock it.
I made a little joke earlier that he just hears a click behind him of the
Oh.
door locking.
No.
The doctor then takes the syringe, shoves it in his arm, and pushes the plunger.
Oh, what the fuck?
Doctor, what are you doing?
You had one job.
Why didn't? Oh.
I was waiting for you guys. I didn't know if you were done. I didn't know the doctor was going to go ahead and inject himself while we were doing that whole thing. Otherwise, maybe I would have done something.
And collapses on the floor.
Fuck! Sorry.
Yo, what the fuck?
Okay, Baron is going to now run on over and go, holy shit. Hold on.
I'll put a pause on this. Nahar and Gregor, keep going.
What? You can't just do that.
No, that's
Yeah,
fine.
he's doing
I'm
it.
fine
He's
with this.
doing it.
I'm fine with this.
I thought my scene was on pause.
I was describing it for you.
I have one thing
He
to say, and
specifically
two
said it's
people
not
I
paused.
are
did
gonna
say,
get it.
I did say
Called
we're gonna put a pin in that to address later, right? I said put a pin in it.
You did, but that he took that as you're just gonna let it go for now.
Oh,
No,
he definitely put a pin in it. Right in his arm. Yep.
Yeah, I
Oh.
got that. I seen that happen apparently. I was not expecting that to just happen. I was still thinking, oh, I've got time to think about what this could be, not holy crap, he just stabbed himself in the arm right in front of me. Didn't even bother to have the common courtesy of telling us, hey, this is the problem. I'm gonna kill myself now.
Well, why
What
would he
a-
do that? That's
what
not
a-
the. I'm
Maybe
telling you
his
right.
mind
I
was
saw.
told to do it.
I literally. I saw this fucking. I knew it. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'm going to look at Gregor and go. Blood needs to be spilled, and it's going to be by my hand.
Like,
And I would love for it to happen tonight. And she just kind of tilts her head and looks at you. I mean, she's full on knows what she's doing, and she is reveling in it. She needs to feel something. And right now, she's enjoying your fear.
Good luck with that.
she's a sick puppy.
I am scare-roused.
No, you're not. You're gay.
True.
And she's wearing black. Does she have tattoos? Because the wife material right now.
I mean,
Whoa.
do you want to find out?
Uh,
All right.
Deep breaths,
At
Breezy.
this point, I would
Read
get
through
the message on my phone or on my thing requesting from Christopher. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna hold it up to I'm gonna hold it up for you and go. Seems we're starting with tonight. And I'm gonna start walking to the door.
I'm gonna open it for her and hold it open for her.
I'm gonna reach out as I walk by. I'm gonna reach out with the hand that has the dagger, by the way.
I swear to God, if you run your finger across my chin, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
No, that's not
no.
what I'm doing. I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna pat your shoulder with not with the knife, but like the knife is in my hand, so it's like even like horizontal kind of ish with your throat a little bit. I'm just gonna pat your shoulder and
God, Breezy, chill out.
go. All will be well when this passes. Don't worry.
It is very auspicious that he is wearing baggy pants.
And then I'm
You can
going
see the wet stain.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Not that type. Pissed
Then I'm
himself.
gonna-
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You
Uh-huh.
A
know
little
where-
bit of both.
You know where to reach me if you need anything. And of course, you. And then I'll shut the door, leaving him in my room.
Meanwhile, Kristoff,
What's up, buddy?
You kill yourself. The end.
meanwhile, Kristoff,
Hmm.
Nahar approaches you in the hallway, I would assume. Yeah.
I'm guessing you closed the door because
Yeah, you would not have saw that. It would have closed
good.
behind you.
Everything business as usual, I see. I'm guessing Kazoo would also follow me?
Oh yeah, Kazoo would, yeah.
Do you want to give me control of that, by the way, just so
It's fine.
you don't have to worry about it? Or...
Let's see. GM tools. Permission. Tiger. There you go.
Yay, okay. Well, fuck. Well,
That's fine.
since Nahar is here, he's gonna regard her and the fucking penguins with the fifth member here.
I'm gonna wink at the flamethrower guy and go, I haven't got our date.
I think he'd look visibly scared. You still have
Not
the
the
knife?
only one.
The knife is, I mean, in your presence, I would have, like, slipped it back into its sheath.
Hold on.
But you saw me slip it into my sheath.
Phrasing.
Oh god, Rico is so fucking terrible.
Oh no.
Does he pee?
I think he can't hide the boner. He's very scaroused.
It's not, it doesn't
Like-
have to happen, but it's weird that it happened twice. I would have 2 nickels.
I like how that's just now a word.
What, scaroused?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a Futurama term.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Scared and aroused. Oh, yeah.
Death by snoo snoo.
I didn't want to shoot your own. I don't know.
Well, that's better way to go out and then everyone just offering themselves right now.
Well, now would you like to begin some interrogations of the suspects?
She has to, you see her, like, visibly trying to shake herself down. Like, she's very out of sorts. Like, the hair's fucked up a little bit. Like, but she's trying to go back to how she's supposed to act. And just go, of course, my lord. It would be my pleasure.
He's gonna walk past everyone this way. And as he goes past, please, no need to compose yourself.
Oh, no. I will give you the absolute most terrifying smile and go, I will be right behind you.
And we're all gonna go off to the basement behind the throne room, where there's going to be a small, let's say, like little chamber set up. We don't actually have to put shit down there, but I
That's
like to headcanon that like he goes down there, especially since nobody like uses it or anything.
Okay. That's doable.
And just like has like a little just area that he uses, especially since he needs to make sure that him and the face dancer are never in the same place, etc., and that's a good like incognito spot.
Sure.
So he's essentially gonna be using that now, and the entourage is gonna go down there.
If you just shift click yourself, you'll be able to go down there.
Yep. But hold on.
I am holding.
The crew needs to come. Oh fuck. Somebody got eaten by the walls.
It happens. The walls be hungry.
They do be though.
Bless
Sometimes.
No need to shout.
Oh,
Okay. Are we gonna address the dead doctor now?
We're getting there.
Okay. Still can't believe you did that to me.
Eliza could
I
be like,
don't-
he did it. Varen did it. Why she do it?
I saw it coming from a mile away. A DM doesn't have you roll for something specifically for you to just not address it.
I did not think we were going to just. I thought it was just like a hey, this is going on in the background kind of type deal.
This is
But the main
so.
focus
This
was
is
you
a
guys.
this is kind of a lesson. This is kind of a lesson about how I DM I ask you to roll for something, typically you're able to act upon that roll. I'll either tell you, hey, it's going to happen, this is something for the future, or hey, this is, this is happening right now. But typically, if I have you roll for something, I expect that you're going to either act upon it or you're going to take note of it.
I took note.
And so the other part of that, right, is if I have a group roll for something, that means it's typically going to be something that's happening in that room at that time. Whenever I interrupt another player doing something, that's usually to signify things are happening, whether you're there or not. And that's what that was. Otherwise, I'll send you guys a whisper through Roll20, or send you guys a whisper on, send you guys a poke on TeamSpeak or something like that. If I want you guys to roll something that's specifically just for you, and only deals with you, your skill set, or something along those lines. If I announce it like I did, it's something that's happening right there, right now, and it's for anybody to act upon in that setting. Meanwhile, Kristoff and Nahar.
As we
Find yourself
go
in the basement.
As we go into the back area of this down part, there's essentially to have the penguins and obviously nobody knows who the fifth member is specifically for Nahar or why he'd be here, but they'd essentially go up against the wall, then turn away from him and face towards him. And Kristoff would essentially look over at Nahar. If I can recap, the would-be assassin of both Armentat and my dearly beloved is someone who had access to all of the private rooms of these people. Someone who is adept at sneaking in and out of places, who maybe during the actual assassination attempt is a bit hurried and not so skilled in that aspect. Am I wrong?
You are correct so far, my lord.
Interesting. Does that remind us of anybody here? As he looks towards his own face to answer. My friend, because of our long years, I will give you a chance to explain yourself before anything else happens. I command you now. Did you do it?
No, my lord.
Do you know who did?
No, my lord.
I look over at Nar.
May I possibly ask the same as you?
Go ahead.
If you wish, you can use an understand truth roll along with your heightened sense or your heightened senses.
I'm going to do that instead of the voice because I'm not very good with the voice.
It takes many years to perfect the voice.
Correct. So, understand truth?
Yep, understand truth.
Okay. How many momentum do we have? What's the difficulty here?
This would be he is a face dancer. This is a difficulty 3. It is a daunting task.
Can I use a focus? Or not focus. The dice. The thing.
Momentum.
Yeah.
It's players.
Send it.
Nope.
Wait, no.
It's a complicated success, right?
Your focus actually gives you critical.
What, danger sense?
Oh, well, that's right.
I don't feel like you know me by my deeds would work for it either.
No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Hyper-awareness is not a focus.
Yes, correct.
If you want to give me another threat, I will allow you to roll 4 dice.
4. Do you want me to roll just a d20 then?
Just roll another d20. Let's see if it's below 15 or below.
Oops. Hold on. Oops.
Okay. It is known to you, though not, you never really seen it in action, except from whenever Elise Lisi was talking, and now with this face dancer before you talking. Face dancers are really difficult to read. It's almost like his face is constantly shifting, even though he's talking. Stop talking.
Mm-hmm. May I, my lord, continue?
Go ahead.
Who are you faithful to? I'm looking back at the face dancer.
House Castelan, my lady.
Hmm. Do they possess? Your makers? Do they possess the ability to convince somebody to do things they're unwilling to do through the passage of insects? Have they created that? Since you are faithful to this house, if you know anything about this, I would like you to share it.
Speaking truthfully, my lady, I have no knowledge of this particular technology or anything of that nature. If it is, it would have been beyond, or it would have been after my time of leaving the Talaxu homeworld, my lady.
Do you have any contact with the Talaxu?
Not until recently.
Good
And that was
answer.
merely through passing.
Do you know of the man who has visited us today?
Malik Lisi? Yes, he's an ambassador, a broker, if you would, for the Bene Talaxu. Typically, he only has the dealings with that of the noble houses. "15 minutes, guys."
I'm trying not to mitigame this, since I don't think this is I think this is a dead end, but also, like, we don't know that, so. Am I still crazy? Hold on. Am I still crazy? Not too bad. God, I don't know. Nahar doesn't trust a word he's fucking saying because he's been a Tlaxu. Like,
It's a good mantra.
we can ask him. I'm just gonna look at my lord. We can ask him questions all day long, no matter how long he's been with this house. I do not trust a word that comes out of this thing's mouth.
That is wise, my lady.
What does her real face look like?
If the lady wishes, you'll see Yes's face basically morphs back into basically a very similar face that you saw from the Lisi. Pale, almost looks like Nosferatu vampire face in a way.
Nosferatu.
Black within black eyes. Almost looks alien if you didn't know better.
Do you enjoy your life here? Being in a hole?
Particularly? Yes, I would say. I have purpose provided that through the young lord, of course. He bows to, or he nods in a slight bow towards Kristoff.
I have taken good care of him.
How long have you had this man here, my lord?
Truthfully, years. I don't know.
Go ahead, my lord, please.
I wouldn't understand why he would begin now, besides the somehow being told to by the arrival of one of his kin, yet I am lost for other leads.
It would dishonor Hannah's name to assume that anybody was able to get to her besides herself. I don't believe that she did it on her own. But I believe she ended her own life.
But she had, it seemed, when Varen came in, 2 injection sites were pointed out, one in the back of the neck and one in the arm. The arm she had to have known, maybe even given herself, but
The
other
doctor
one,
said that his what we thought was possibly an injection site in the neck was actually more likely something else. There's
then?
only one needle, so there's only one injection site.
Meanwhile, Varen, the doctor collapses before you, first back into his chair, and then he falls to the ground.
Is he, like, immediately dead?
In 3 seconds.
Check. Yeah, you could check to see.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess Aaron's gonna check to see if he's, like, dead, and be like, Doctor, like, what happened? What's going on?
You check for a pulse. There is none.
Dead. Yet.
Um,
Okay. Sorry.
Eliza,
go
you
ahead.
probably would have heard that too.
Yeah,
The collapse.
I'm thinking. So since that is like a big deal, Eliza has. I know it's a different type of drugs, but she does like have an understanding of drugs in general. Do you
I would
think
say
that
in
would
this
work here?
to help you out here, I think that you would have an understanding. And again, we have 9 minutes before I have to get off here. You have an understanding of overdoses.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hinting at.
Yeah.
Can she maybe like kind of do a look over and kind of understand maybe if it's an overdose or anything?
To the best of your understanding, this looks very similar to an overdose. Yes. Varen, to your point, given the information that you've collected from the drug so far, again, it is an overdose. Yes. I will say that your very basic understanding is that it stops the heart.
And there's probably no way of restarting it after it's stopped, eh? Not with that much in his system. What's it called again?
We don't know if it's that for a fact though, and this one he just gave himself an injection of a random thing. We don't know what it is of.
To help you out here, Varen, you don't know.
Yeah. I guess I would. Does the doctor still have the needle in his hand?
The syringe would have fell to the ground with him, yeah. It's not in his hand, but it's nearby.
Okay. I want to see. So, is there any liquid left inside the syringe?
Maybe like a very small amount.
Okay. With that knowledge, can Varen then take the syringe? He's got gloves on. I don't know if that matters. And then go over quickly to the medicine cabinet or shelf and see if he can't try and figure out which one was used recently, so he can try and figure out what the doctor just injected himself with. And he's also going to be like messaging Gregor like, get over here, get over here, get over here, get over here, get over here.
Okay. For the sake of the story, you wouldn't actually need the syringe to find that out, because the syringe is basically filled with, was filled with basically what is like a clear liquid.
Okay.
However, you do notice that the bottle of potassium chloride was moved, revealing that it was probably the bottle that he used.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I don't know if it'll actually work, but because I almost said Emmy, because Eliza has dealt with a bunch of overdose with herself, as well as probably some like friends she parties with or anything like that. Does she know of any like remedy that could help bring back from an overdose? Since it's so fresh.
There are a number of different ways. You can probably do adenosine may help. You've seen medics use that a couple of times to revive some of your friends that overdosed. To your familiarity, when it's like an opiate or some sort, they like to use Narcan to like basically negate the drug completely. That seems to have brought a lot of your friends back. You don't know how this drug works, but you can probably start there and see what happens.
Yeah. Is Varen going to share that it was potassium chloride, or is he's keeping that to himself right now?
No, he would absolutely come over and he'd be like, he'd be holding the bottle with the syringe still, and be like, it can't be a coincidence. The doctor just killed himself with the potassium chloride, that thing that just killed Hannah, and likely the thing that just killed Jadir not even a couple of days ago. And they all had red marks. What is going on?
So since it is potassium chloride that we can assume, Eliza's going to mark off there's probably a Narcan that we could do to help him. She's going to see if maybe there is adenosine in there to try and help, I guess, revive the doctor.
He's not allowed to die yet.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to try.
There is adenosine, yeah.
Okay.
He's already dead. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
His heart's just stopped. He may not be fully dead yet.
How much do you draw up?
Ah, shit. I knew you were going to ask that. God damn it. Okay.
Or we can just try to see if you maybe get it right.
Okay. So I could infer this has happened multiple times with my friends. Can I just infer maybe from like a friend who had a similar type and build, like around approximately?
We can guess. Let's see. Do it understand. Do it understand power.
Can I use
I'll let you use your
a
focus of
momentum?
drugs. Let's have a momentum left. Yes, you have one left, so yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Okay. You managed to draw up an appropriate amount for his build.
Okay.
You inject it in.
Okay. You're building up tension. Come on. You're making me nervous. Oh, my bad.
Let's see here.
Suspense.
Yes.
Let's see. 2. And yeah, he takes a breath. Just
Oh my god!
Oh,
doesn't wake up,
With these hands!
but doesn't wake up, but he does begin to breathe on his own again.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Do we have any other doctors other than him?
no. Wait, no. We have our field doctors?
You have medics. You have medics. That's about it.
Okay, Eliza is going to command Varian to bring in a medic to help stabilize him.
Is your
Baron
patient
is
breathing?
already like
He's
bringing in. Baron is already like paging the army medical staff and like, get over here now.
Yeah, so the medics will basically try to keep him alive. Find out what happens afterwards.
Poor doctor is
I'm
going
just
to
really
die
proud
in
of Eliza
pain.
for doing that.
That's
That
pretty good.
is
Oh my
That's good.
god, I'm so happy.
MVP.
Alright. I'm gonna let Nahar and Kristoff finish, and then we'll close out for the night.
Also, while we're waiting for the medic to come, we're going to let page the room over and let everyone know what just happened.
Okay. Yeah, dude. You guys get the notification that the doctor basically tried to kill himself, but they managed
You
to.
had one job.
Hold on, we got that message?
Look, now I know if Achilles
I'll say that
says
everybody got that
roll,
message. Yes.
Ooh. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Warpath.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. As soon as I get that message, oh, fuck.
You
As
get
soon
a
as I
he's
get
mine.
that message, I'm gonna look to Kristoff and just go. And I'm gonna look to Kristoff. I'm gonna look to the face dancer and go. Your boss is fucking dead. And then I'm going to grab. I'm gonna look at Kristoff and go. Am I good? I'm gonna do this.
You need.
I'm going to go take care of our guests and keep one alive for interrogation.
I'm gonna grab her by the arm and say, if this goes wrong, our mother is also dead.
She's stabilized. The lungs are inside of her.
Do you know them not to have a failsafe? If they don't receive their payment, or if their little escort here ends up dead? What happens when they go back and they learn of this?
Do you want her murderer or not? Let me do what I do best.
Go with Ellie. Start the questioning first. If it doesn't have to come to violence first, at least to him. But do not let chaos befall this entire house, because we are trying to find the murderer. We will dishonor her name.
I'm gonna take out a knife. I'm gonna whip it towards the face dancer. Out of a rage. Purposely aiming to miss.
The knife
Yeah,
flies
well,
by.
okay.
Still hits him.
Yeah, the knife flies by his head and embeds itself into a nearby wall. Face dancer, as best as you can tell, doesn't seem to flinch or anything.
I'm gonna look over at him and go, no hard feelings, but you're the closest one of these son of a bitches that are down here right now. And then I'm gonna look at Kristoff and go, let's go. You don't
Understandable,
want
my
blood?
lady.
No blood. But fine.
Make sure you guys put a note, do a note to that, and remember where you're at.
Yep.
Gregor, any last minute things for you?
Is there anything out of ordinary in her room?
Other than that, it seems to be fairly immaculately clean. No.
I would have went
Okay.
through it and thrown away anything
I think you already said
significant
that,
because
last
I
night.
found somebody in there, so I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck if you're in my room.
Okay.
You want to find your
would-
undies? They're in drawer number 2.
I'm good. No, I'm gonna leave, close the door behind me, make sure it's sealed, and go to the doctor's office.
The
God
doctor
damn it.
is basically prone on his desk now because there seems to be running out of beds or running out of actual examination tables.
God damn it.
And he is unconscious.
You guys should strap that motherfucker down.
That's where we're going to call it for the night.
Alright.
Everybody, we should be good to do this next week as well. How are you guys up to?
Question.
Chemistry.